So I wanted to do a quick little reaction video to this Lapeef episode clip I saw with Tommy Sotomayor. And there was a pretty interesting question that came up during the podcast. And the question was, do black men control our narrative? And Tommy Sotomayor, he pretty much told the truth. I agree with what he said, but I just wanted to add a little bit to it. So here we go.
Is it time for black men to start taking control of their own narratives? Let me play the clip, and then we're going to get right into it. Stay tuned. 1 second. All right.
That come, and I'm obviously not black, I'm Portuguese, but you hear it that black men are almost harder on black women in relationships. It seems like they treat them, I don't know, like difficult.
I think men in general require the same thing from no matter what woman they date. I mean, they want femininity, they want peace, they want love.
So
they want
social media
understanding.
just be lying.
I know, you know what it is?
You see how that chick just interrupted dude, not even letting him get his thoughts out. Like, let the man finish talking.
Fortunately, in our community specifically, black men don't get to control their own narratives. And a lot of times what y'all will hear is black women speaking so negatively about black men and their experiences.
Even in movies you see it. Like,
yeah, but again, that's not black men controlling their own narratives. We're letting other people control our narratives. That's not necessarily true.
All right, there you have it. Sir, take it away. Mr. Tommy, you first.
The part about him saying that black men don't control their own narratives, that is very true, which is funny because black men had to turn to the internet because television was telling black women that they were more educated than black men, that the black men didn't have the jobs that black women had. See, I'm an old man, and I remember Sally Jesse, Raphael Donahue, and all of these places. They were telling black women openly that they were better than black men, and black men had no comeback. And black women weren't saying, we can't talk like this about our man in public. We can't go on Oprah, our daddy black, our uncle black. The only time black men ever got a chance to push what was theirs about how they felt, and especially about dating, was in the barbershop and then online. So yes, he's correct that they didn't get a chance to push. And even when you see certain things, it's not them saying it. How many times black men had to go to the movie theater and watch Waiting to Exhale? I remember when I saw that and I said the name of that title should have been Waiting to Catch Hell, because every black man who was in that audience was waiting to catch hell, because damn near everything was about you, the Pookie, and y'all. Everything was about the wrong of the black man, but never marked any of the wrong of that woman. You watch any of these Tyler Perry movies, the man is aggressive, the man is cheating, the woman has to overcome. It's always about the woman overcoming, but you rarely get the Antoine Fisher stories, and then that story gets overlooked. So yeah, the men came to the internet to start to push their own narratives, because other than that, they didn't. But
So, like Tommy was saying, man, a lot of this rhetoric has been espoused before. We know that for the past 50 years or so, when it comes to the entertainment industry and talk shows and stuff, before social media became prevalent. You know, the black woman has had the microphone, and the spotlight has been put on the black man in a negative way when it came to, you know, movies and talk shows and stuff like that. It ain't been all bad, but it damn sure ain't been all good. And I'm not going to blame the black woman for this behavior exclusively, because black folks didn't really have any real media production companies like that. So a big part of the reason why this has been going on is because it was about exploiting the dysfunction in the black community for profit. You know, the black woman is the most educated woman in America, which is not true, but the black girl magic, the black girls rock, and you know, all this black female empowerment they've been pushing versus the image of the black male, where we prisoners and thugs and gangsters, and we don't know how to be men, and whoop de whoop de whoop. And we just never had an opportunity to push back. And truth be told, some black women choose these dudes. And now that black men got the microphone, it's kind of like you hear on one side of the story, like on the Maury show, when he be like, "Are you sure he's the father?" And she be like, "Yeah, he the father, he the father, he the father." And then you listen to Maury read the results, and then she starts screaming and running because she can't take the truth.
Comes to 3-year-old Kanaya. Yeah. Michael, you are not the father.
See what I'm talking about? That's how they acting now that the black man got the microphone. And it's not about trying to go tit for tat, and we're not trying to get revenge on them. We just want to, push back on the narrative that, we know good and we ain't shit and we don't know how to be providers and husbands and all that goofy stuff that they've been trying to say about us. And you do got some black men who is trash, just like you got some black women who trash. And like I said, all the shows you had back in the day, Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael, Oprah. I didn't really watch these shows like that. My mom watched them every now and then. I would see her watching them and some of my aunties and stuff whenever we'd be over their house. But, the narrative has done a lot to damage the reputation of the black man. And you tell the same lies enough, people will start believing them. The movie like The Color Purple, you know what I'm saying? Where, she was the victim and Mister was just beating her up and stuff, waiting to exhale like Tommy was talking about. The movie What's Love Got to Do with It, where Ike was beating on Tina. Like I said, there is dysfunction in the black community like there's dysfunction in every other community, but there's also black love, there's also families and stuff. And we did have shows out like Family Matters, that was a positive show. You had Steve Urkel as the main character. A lot of people don't realize this, but Urkel wasn't even originally the main character. But when he came up with the idea of Steve Urkel, it was a hit. You had Good Times back in the day. You had shows like The Jeffersons and The Cosby Show. These were positive images of black men and black women having families, educated, successful, taking care of their kids, which is a good thing. So I'm glad to see brothers pushing back, putting out the imagery of us working hard, providing for our families, those of us that have families, starting up our businesses, whether you're a white collar worker or a blue collar worker, military, whatever field you in, whatever industry you in, it's just a new day. And Tommy's right, you know what I'm saying? The image of the black man has been told from one side. And now that, we're able to use the internet and start putting our resources together, we can push back and start showing the world who we really are collectively. Yeah, we got the Pookies and the Ray Rays and all the goofies that don't really mean us no good, but the majority of us ain't like that. The majority of us are normal dudes that go to work, that handle business like everybody else. So appreciate y'all watching. See y'all in the next one. Peace.